Azimio la Umoja won Kenya coalition leader Raila Amolo Odinga. Odinga himself filed a petition on Monday seeking to challenge the August 9th presidential election results over concerns that the rule of law was not followed in the exercise, which saw him lose to his main rival William Ruto. In his petition, Kuria, who is allied to Ruto, accuses Odinga of using his party's chief agent, Saitabao Ole Kanchori, and others to cause violence at the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IBC National Tallying Center at the Bomas of Kenya in Nairobi. Meanwhile, Busia Senator-elect Okiya Omtatah has also lodged a petition challenging the validity of the presidential results of the August 9th general election. In his petition, which was presented to the Supreme Court on Monday, Omtatah wants the presidential election quashed, as well as the declaration of the president-elect and the deputy president-elect, arguing that none of the candidates who contested for the top seat attained 50+1 threshold as required by the Constitution. The petitioner also argues that the tabulation of the presidential results by the IBC was mathematically incorrect, claiming that there was at least 140,028 untallied votes. Gospel musician Reuben Kigame has also moved to court to challenge the validity of the August 9th general election. In the petition filed at the Supreme Court of Kenya on Monday, Mr. Kigame leads the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IBC as the first respondent and IBC chairperson Wafula Chebukati as the second respondent. Now, the gospel musician was also in the race to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta before the electoral body locked him out of the race, once the Supreme Court to render the entire exercise null and void. Kigame says IBC put in place, quote, unreasonable deadlines for presidential aspirants to submit copies of the identity cards of at least 48,000 registered voters in order to be cleared to run, thereby locking out some aspirants. Others were David Kariuki Ngari, who filed a petition against IBC, its chairperson Wafula Chebukati, and 5 others. John Kamau also has a petition against Wafula Chebukati and the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya and 10 others. Khalif Khalifa, George Osewe and 2 others filed a petition against IBC and President-elect William Ruto and 1 other.
Has ticked all the boxes here.
Others are Youth Advocacy Africa versus the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, Julia Chege versus the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IBC. The 7-judge bench has 14 days to hear and rule on the petition. The bench is led by Chief Justice Martha Koome. Others include Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu, Judges Ibrahim Mohammed, Smokin Wanjala, Njoki Ndugu, Isaac Lenaola, and William Ouko. If the Supreme Court upholds the declaration by IBC, Ruto will be sworn in within the next 7 days. If the election is nullified, a fresh election will be held 60 days after the judgment day.
Well, of course, let's get to look at what the Supreme Court entails, given that over 9 years, the Supreme Court of Kenya has received at least 3 petitions. 2 of them, of course, led by the ODM leader Raila Amolo Odinga, and still this third one in the year 2022 is led by still the same man. 8 more petitions at the Supreme Court of Kenya. Our reporter Ode Francis takes us through memory lane, given that Kenya has had a history of disputed elections.
The Supreme Court on 23rd June 2022 marked 11 years since its operational